Hello, my name is Miss Kelly. You can see my name right here. I currently teach 7th grade social studies, which this year the focus is on geography. If you need to contact me, my email is right here, sarah.kelly@originalone.org. If you are watching this, I'm going to assume that I teach your child or student. If not, hey, nice to meet you as well. You're welcome to watch. But this is going to be an overview of what's going to go on in geography with Ms. Kelly. We are going to be focusing on building your students' geographical thinking skills. This is something that they probably don't have a whole lot of awareness in, and that is fine. Our studies will take us through all 7 continents. We are starting with North America, which is where we have been studying the last couple of weeks. We will then move to South America until we kind of get through the world in our studies. So our grading scale at Creighton is that formatives are 50%, so you have half, and then summatives are 50%, which are the other half. Formatives are the things that we do while we're learning it. So they're the things that help us to grasp either we really have it or we don't really have it and we need to do some other stuff with it. Those are not required for redos. There's no, hey, I just totally bombed it. Can I just redo this? That's not a part of the policy. Our summatives are things that check to see our understanding. So we've already gone through, we've made the corrections, we've went back, we've added to it, all that good stuff. So our summatives are 50%, and you can redo up to 3 summatives per 9 weeks. So per quarter, 3 summatives. The only summative that does not qualify in that redo policy is the 9-week exam. If a student does a redo, they have to have scored below a 70 because the max that you can get on a redo is a 70. Students are assigned at least 3 formatives. At least 3 things have been graded and feedback that's been given for those processes of while we're learning before they get to the summative. So trust me, you have plenty of opportunities to make sure that your child is getting it before they get to the summative. Because that's the purpose of a formative, is the things that you're doing while you're learning before you're assessed on if you actually learned it. So what do you as a parent, guardian, adult responsible for the person that you're watching this video for need to do to help them to be successful? 1, everything is in Teams. You have to look at the Teams page. If nothing else, just tell them to log you into Teams and you can see what's on Teams. There's an assignments tab. You can get to it from 2 locations. If you click on the general channel at the top, there's an assignments tab. You just click on it and then it shows you all the assignments. There's also on the left-hand side, there is a backpack that says assignments. You can click on that and that will take you to all of their assignments for any classes that you want to see. So it's important for them to turn in assignments, but it's also important for your student to look at the feedback that's given to them. So if they submit something, a rubric was filled out or comment was left, it got sent back to them. So it's important for them to look at that to know, yeah, I did really well on this, or like, no, I kind of need to work on this some. We use the daily afternoon assignments channel every single day, every day, like every day. It is updated daily with the day's date at the top and then what we're doing for today, as well as what they need to work on for their independent or asynchronous work. That doesn't always mean that that ends in the 40-minute live. Most times that is added as part of what they're supposed to be doing in the afternoon RTI block. So it tells you exactly where you need to go. So is it in your class notebook? Is it in the classwork section? Is it in your notes section? So it gives you exact details of where to look for. It also says like, hey, study for this quiz coming up. Look here for this. So make sure you check that channel. There's also a frequently asked questions channel that has a lot of questions that you may think of. It already has the answers to it. So you just click on it, see like, let me see my questions here. If it is, look, you already have the answer. You don't even have to worry about waiting to get a response or waiting for your child, student to answer you about anything. It's already there. If you have not seen our teams, I strongly, strongly, strongly suggest that you go take a look at our teams. And one way that you can help them be successful is make sure they're using their materials, make sure they're interacting with it. All right, so this right here is a picture of what I was talking about. So if you look on the left side of the screen, you see all of the channels. So general, review games, live videos, all the way down to RTF. So the daily afternoon assignments is circled, that channel that I said you should look at every single day because that tells them what they need to be doing. And then the frequently asked questions is circled as well. And then on the top, you see the assignments tab that I mentioned earlier. It's right there. And the class notebook tab is there as well. Your students should know how to get in your class notebook because we use that daily as well. All of their classwork and their notes and their projects are all linked into their class notebook. So when we're taking notes and they're like writing it, drawing, or typing out their notes, it's in that notebook. And we've used it every day since I think the third day of school. So they definitely know how to get into it. So you just make sure you ask them, hey, let me see your notebook. And then we'll go ahead and look through it and you can see, hey, you didn't do all this that you were supposed to, or like, great job, you came through and you got everything done that you were supposed to, so kudos to you. So hopefully you have the second option, but if your child has the first option, just make sure that you help them to get through that. All of the PowerPoints are linked at the top of each notes. So if it's something that they have to use the slideshow that we use in class, it's linked on each of their notebook pages, so they have access to anything that I show them in class. Again, just if they are interacting with things and they are reviewing their notes or using the quizzes or using the Quizlet or any of those things, if they're doing that 15 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, they're going to be successful in this class because they're using it daily. That's much better than trying to cram a whole bunch. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stay up for 3 hours before a test and stay up really late and try and cram it. Doesn't really normally work that well, but this is a much better solution. Just use 15 minutes a day. It's a shorter time, it works better, results are usually better. So you should probably try it. All right, if you want to schedule a conference with me or anybody else in Creighton, call this number right here. Their guidance counselor is Ms. Nix. If they have a 504 plan, they have an IEP, they get any special services, then their guidance counselor is Mr. Coleman. Either one of them will set up conferences. Right now, those are Teams video conferences, but we are still having parent-teacher conferences. All right, I hope that that answered any questions that you had, kind of gave you a clarification or overview of what this class is. I hope that you have a wonderful day, evening, whenever you are watching this, and we're going to have a great year. Again, I'm Miss Kelly. Bye-bye.